Shit, it's already saying it's live. Okay, so I need just a moment, but my second booster box arrived. So give me a sec to just ship out the link while I figure out a title. Stream manager. No. Edit info. Ah, right. Here we are. There we go. That should do it. Anyways. So, give me just a couple to send the link out, and I will be on it. Don't be surprised if I pause semi-often to take some kind of breather to stop and drink or whatever. Just a sec while I send it a couple other places. And there we go. So, without further aplomb, further pomp, or further ponce, let us begin. If you can't see shit, it's because my phone's camera is facing elsewhere. Oh, that's a pretty neat art, so for that, shame you don't have a card that really has that. And first off, come on, open sesame. Oh, and we've got an art card right off the bat. Squall Leonhardt. God damn, my camera is deciding that today is the day to be as blurry as possible. Forest. Goddamn Seth's intervention. Okay, I do not know what is up with the autofocus here. And I'm sorry for that. Oh, sure, now it's in focus. Starting town. Astrologian's Planisphere. Samurai's Katana. Thief's Knife. Magitech Armor. Rook Turret. Weapons Vendor. Combat Tutorial. Commune with Beavers. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Another Seth's intervention. And a Fat Chocobo. Chocobro, what the hell is that? Okay. Art card off the bat. This bodes well. Okay. Number 2 out of 24. Come on. Open sesame. Open sesame. And another art card. Okay, that's a cute scene, I will admit. Kaitis and Yuna. We have Vector, Imperial Capital. A foil Samurai's Katana. Golbez, clad in darkness. Oh, wow. Okay. Saz Katzroy. Self-destruct. Swallowed by Leviathan. Tifa's LB. Oh, fuck these guys. I mean, Ahriman. Ice Flawn. White Mage's Staff. Kikaran Merchant. Hektize. Commune with Beavers. Summon Guardian Force Ifrit. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Wait. Come on. And to start this pack off, we've got a token. Gone, Town of Ruin. Well, it's gone now. Oh, and that one's a foil. Another foil Resentful Revelation. The Aerith Killer, I mean Masamune. Ultimecia. Kina, Ku Gourmet. Dragoon's Lance. Lock Cole. Lunatic Pandora. Magitech Infantry. Retrieve the Esper. Paladin's Arms. Vincent's Limit Break. Balam T-Rexor, and another Call the Mountain Chocobo. You know, that's my second Ultimecia copy. I don't know how to feel about that. But I'll admit that 8 is a game I only barely played. And we've got a hero. A full art wastes from 16. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Cloud Strife. What the hell is this? Summon Primal Odin. Ash, Princess of Dalmasca. Random encounter. Quistis Trap. Shame she's not better in her own game. Magic Pot. Dreams of Laguna. Magitech Infantry. Scorpion Sentinel. Grand Pulse Ochu. Item Shopkeep. And a Malboro. And hey, you show me someone who hasn't been introduced to those things and been trial by fired by them. Like, you show me someone whose FF experience with them did not involve getting absolutely harassed. Hero token. Treno, Dark City. Hey look! Sauce's Chocobo! Genova, Ancient Calamity. Put a number of 1/1 equal to her power on up to any target creature. It becomes a mutant. Whenever a mutant you control dies during your turn, draw cards equal to its power. She seems like she'd be fun in a mutant deck. Furion Rose Warrior. Rydia, Summoner of Mist. Summon Anima. Summon Shiva. Iron Giant. Okay, but these guys are a pain in the ass in their native game. Oh, look. More clankers. Magic Damper. Fate of the Sun Christ. Item Shopkeep. Kutrub Forayer. Chocobo Kick. Okay, but that's just a good way to blow up a card as a non-combat, or as a removal. If you're able to pay the kick. Anyways, it never said untapped, so you could feasibly use one of the lands to you spent to pay it for it, I guess. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna be dropping the phone a lot. I don't have a GoPro or none of that bull shenanigan. Okay, so, another art card. Don't know what the hell my phone is doing every time I drop it. Oh, this again. This is Sin, Spira's Punishment. Sadly, the autofocus got thrown out of whack again. Another Gon, Town of Ruin. A foil Ifrit. Nibelheim, a flame. Sadly, I can't force it to autofocus, otherwise I would. Choose target creature you control, deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If this was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. On the one hand, you could totally use it as a board wipe. On the other hand, it is a board wipe. Crystal Fragments, which transforms into Summon Alexander. Phantom Train. Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. Prompto Argentum. Prompto's just funny because this is totally something he does in-game. Gladio is busy fighting off 3 freaking Vortooths. And Prompto's just taking a selfie. Legit, that is a universal experience. Crossroads Village. Iron Giant. You're Not Alone. Target creature gets 2/2 until end of turn. If you control 3 or more, 4/4. Sahagin. Another Chocobo Kick. Suplex. Legitimately. Funniest thing is, this is immortalizing a bug. Because you weren't supposed to be able to suplex the train. But because the flag for its weight never properly registered, it didn't get that immunity. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to... somewhere over here is... Okay, there we are. Just gonna grab a cloth meant for cleaning my glasses and see if... Nope, it is just choosing not to focus correctly now. Well... Dear God, that freaking clown. Okay, come on. Okay, it is just refusing to focus. That's some bullshit. I got a Swamp based on the 14 version. Laughing Mad. Fitting that I get the clown and a foil with a card of his face in the same fucking pack, right? Okay, 2 of these cards almost stuck together. Xenos Yai Galvis. Legendary creature, human noble warrior. My first friend. When he enters, choose a creature your opponent controls. Until end of turn, creatures other than him and the chosen get -2/-2. When it leaves the battlefield, transform him. And he transforms into Shinryu, Transcendent Rival. Flying. As it transforms, choose an opponent. Burning Chains. When the chosen player loses the game, you win the game. Pick someone that's about to lose. Go on, do it. Mughals Valor. Funny little dudes. Instant. For each creature you control, create a 1/2 white Moogle with a lifelink. Then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Auron's Inspiration. Attacking creatures get 2/0 until end of turn. And a flashback of 4 CMC. Black Waltz number 3. Legendary creature. Flying Death Touch. Whenever you cast a non-creature, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Galoof's Final Act. Until end of turn, target creature gets 1/0 and gains when it dies. Put a number of 1/1s equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. Adventures In. Okay, but you could use Galoof's Final Act to, say, crash something into a Death Touch creature. Is it worth it? Probably not. But your opponent would have to block it with a Death Toucher. Another fucking Ahriman. Scorpion Sentinel. Slash of Light. Light of Judgment. Vincent's Limit Break again. And another Grand Pulse Ochu. Okay, You're not gonna see shit for a couple minutes while I sift the art cards out and put them into a separate pile from the actual cards. Not sure what to say here. Trading cards, playing cards, whatever. You know what I mean. Well, next up, my clumsy ass. Let's see, we have another hero token off the bat. Guado Solemn, Farplane Gateway. Gizal Greens. The Stroll. Artifact vehicle, flying. Whenever it attacks or blocks, you may draw a card. If you do, discard 1. Crew 1. Ancient Adamantis. The 15 version. Vigilance, Ward 3. Damage isn't removed during cleanup steps. All damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control is dealt to it instead. When it dies, exile it and create 10 tapped treasure tokens. Realms Sketching. Dark Knight's Greatsword. Freya Crescent. Sage's New Liths. Dwarven Castle Guard. Dragoon's Wyvern. Sabotenter. Tender. Malboro. Bard's Bow. And another Suplex. I need a moment to take a sip of my tea. That's good. That's the good stuff. Alright. And another hero. An island based on one from 13. A foil Fate of the Sun Crisp. Oh, hell no. What the hell is that? I know that's only made all the funnier by the fact that my screen is just refusing to focus correctly. And I do not know how to fix it beyond restarting stream. Absolute Virtue. 8 CMC. 6 NE. 1 white, 1 blue. Legendary creature. Avatar Warrior. This spell can't be countered. Well, that's a fun first line of text. Flying. You have protection from each of your opponents. And 8/8. Like, sure, it doesn't give itself protection, but the moment you give it any kind of protection, it's going to be impossible to get rid of. Side quest, play Blitzball. Eject! Instant. Can't be countered. Return target non-land to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Clash of the Icons. Choose one or more. Target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. Remove a lore counter from target saga you control, but this doesn't cause chapter abilities to trigger. Put a lore counter on target saga you control. Demon Wall, World Map, Precious Wanderings, Aerith Rescue Mission, Dragoon's Wyvern, again, another Bard's Bow, a Warrior's Sword, and a Namazu Trader. Okay, but seriously, what the fuck is up with Absolute Virtue? Like, why do you exist? Why are you like this? Why are you so full of hate? And once again, we have a hero token. A mountain. Foil, full art, FF1. Okay. Now that's pretty awesome, I will admit. It felt like there was a card stuck to its back. Lock Cole, again, but this time in foil. Thrum of the Vestige. Edgar, King of Figaro. Side quest, play Blitzball, Coral Sword, Colosseum Behemoth, Ambrosia Whiteheart, Adventurer's Alm, Syncopate, White Orosite, Undercity Diorat, Chocobo Kick, Sabo Tender. I'm hoping to round out the dominance by getting Dion, Dominant of Bahamut. Also, hello. Yeah, sorry my screen integrity isn't better. It's just being fuzzy as hell right now. Let's see. Hero token. Charlian, Nature of Scholars, but foil. Travel the Overworld, but foil. Memories of Nibelheim. Balthier and Fran. Wait, what the hell? Reach. Vehicles you control get 1/1 and have vigilance and reach. Whenever a vehicle crewed by these two this turn attacks, if it's the first combat phase, you may pay 3 CMC. Pretty much exactly what you pay to put them on the board. If you do, after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. What the hell is that? Ilmeg Pixie. And you know, you just missed the part where I was questioning what the hell is up with Absolute Virtue. Gaius van Baelsar. When he enters, choose one. Each player sacrifices a token of their choice, a non-token of their choice, or an enchantment of their choice. Giot, King of the Dwarves. Sahagin, another Fate of the Suncrist. Another Dragoon's Wyvern. Another Resentful Revelations. Another of basically everything here. Gizal Green's Item Shopkeep. And Sephiroth's Intervention. Like, seriously, what the hell is up with fucking Absolute Virtue? I get it. It's a bastard in its own game. But why? I mean, if your opponent lets you ramp up to the point you can get it out, I suppose you deserve what's coming, but still. Up. Another up. Another full. Another one of the art cards. Braska's Final Act. A shame I can't get this in better quality. Or no, Braska's Final Eon. Okay. And another Charlian. A foil Syncopate. Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. Human Mutant Wizard. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped with Black Wizard with whenever you cast a non-creature, deals 1 damage. Then if you control 4 or more wizards, transform him into Transkuja Fate Defied. Flare Star. If a wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that instead. Oh, that's some bullshit. Relentless X-ATM092. Okay, but that is a bullshit effect. Just, it has Menace on crack. Sandworm. Renoa Heart Lily. Reno and Rude is funny, though. Absolute Virtue is a... Hold on. It's near the top of one of these piles. Stroll Guadosalam. I know it's from 14. Because I vaguely remember hearing its theme and seeing that taped onto it. It is... Okay, that is not the pile it's in then. It is an avatar. Let's see. Oh, I think I pulled it not long before Cole, so... Ah. It is an 8 CMC Avatar Warrior Legendary. Can't be countered, has flying, and gives you protection from each of your opponents. It's an 8/8 with no protection built into itself. But the fact that it just kind of gives you protection from your opponents is kind of bullshit. And we have a Laughing Mad, a Paladin's Arms, an Ice Magic, Choco Mog, Town Greeter, Light of Judgment, Vane's Treachery. Like, Absolute Virtue feels like one of those cards where if you get it out, your opponent either let you so they can get rid of it, or your opponent was just in no position to stop you. But the fact that you can't even... The fact that you have to wait to bounce it. Like, you have to wait for it to fully hit the field because you can't counter it. But it doesn't have any built-in protection, so any kind of kill card that can target an 8/8 or anything with a high CMC, or just a kill card. Like, you could totally kill it with an overkill if you felt like it. Would that be, well, overkill? Yeah. Would it be justifiable? Also yes. Let's see. Hero, a foil Vector Imperial Capital, a foil Demon Wall, Zodiac, Umbral God, another Relentless X-ATM, Zidane, Tantalus Thief. That's just a funny effect, though. Shambling Sieth. Hey, Lionheart! Squall Sword, Ultimate Weapon. Another Iron Giant. World Map. You're Not Alone. Another Magic Damper. Another Grand Pulso Chu. Another Suplex. Another Kutrub Forayer. Wouldn't be a bad card to remove Virtue with. Virtue is extremely susceptible to removal, but it has to be removed as soon as it hits the board. Can't be countered, so it has to finish hitting the board. Yeah. Let's see. A bird token. A forest. Stolen uniform in foil. Target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of it until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen. When you lose control of it this turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, unattach it. I mean, you can use it as a one-drop quick swap for a card with a high equip cost, too. Traveling Chocobo. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. What the shit? You may play lands and cast birds from the top of your library. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. Choco bro, what the fuck? This is just a basic ass vanilla bird. You could stack like 5 of those. Ring of the Lucii. Honestly, my friend calls it off-brand Soul Ring. Timu Soul Ring. He's not wrong, and I'm so sad it's that bad. Tap. Add 2 colorless mana. 2. Tap. Pay 1 life. Tap any target non-land permanent. summon Esperama. Saz, another Saz's Chocobo. Hey, look! The Martyr! Zac Fair himself. Blitzball. Crossroads Village. Cloudbound Moogle. Retrieve the Esper. Vane's Treachery. Gigantode. Haste Magic. Honestly, birds look like a very funny deck, and with that, they go from funny to, hey, what if I made a coat of arms deck and had like 5,000 birds on the field? What would you do about that? The fact that the birds are a green-red deck is also scary as shit. Let's see. Hero. A Swamp. A foil instant ramen. Hey, the Wind Crystal! You know, that was one of the 3 I didn't have. At least I think it was. Also, I am so happy about this one. Borderless Ambrosia Whiteheart. Okay, so 16 and 15 are my 2 favorite games. And I've played 7, 8, a bit of 13, 14, 15, and 16. Tifa's Limit Break. Snow Villiers. The fact that his power is just equal to the number of creatures you control is hilarious for a 3-drop with Vigilance. Fight On. Lunatic Pandora. Oh yeah, I can believe it. Like, you put Saz, you put his Chocobo, and then you just put that Chocobo on the board, traveling. Galacat. Blitzball Shot. Haste Magic. Black Mage's Rod. Like, I can totally understand why. Chocobos allow you to do some ridiculous stuff just for being Chocobos. Also, I'm so happy about the Wind Crystal, too. Like, I was kind of hoping to finish the crystal set. Also, a foil instant ramen is just funny. Artifact, food, flash. When it enters, draw a card. Tap 2 mana, tap 2, sacrifice, you gain 3 life. Like, that's so funny to me because they're using the 15 version. Because that game suffered from a lot of product placement, but it was also funny. Because the Perfect Cup is one of those quests that changes based on your decisions. Up. And I got an art card. Cloud, ex-soldier. The most classic pose for that man ever. Buster sword over his shoulder. Swamp. A foil version of the Clank. Hey, a duplicate! Now I can give one to my friend! Joshua, Phoenix is dominant! Ooh, that's a new one. Borderless Fenrir. Summon Fenrir. Phoenix down. Which is a nice card to have, considering that for effectively 3 mana, you have a guaranteed removal for a skeleton, spirit, or zombie, or a resurrection for a 4 or lower CMC card. Not a bad trade-off. Unexpected Request. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap. Gains haste. You may attach an equipment you control to it. If you do, unattach it at the beginning of the next step. Travel the Overworld. A card that could feasibly be a 2-drop. Joshua is Clive's younger brother. Jill is Clive's partner. They kind of get together at the end of their game, but they have to work through a lot of trauma. They don't even really... They have a bunch of scenes where it's clearly tense, but... Oh, and another instant ramen. Dwarven Castle Guard. And another Laughing Mad. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Bard's Bow. Red Mage's Rapier. And... Bane's Treachery. Like... Joshua... is the youngest brother. Clive is the older brother. Jill was a political hostage that was taught alongside them. And again, she does get with Clive at the end of their game, but they, it's like the very last bit, so there's not much development. Because they had too much to work through. She wasn't adopted into their family. She was a political hostage. It's covered in some of the lore and in the About page. But there was an uprising in their northern territory. And that couldn't be allowed to happen. It couldn't be allowed to continue. So, to make sure that the Northern Territory didn't rebel again, they kept their leader's daughter as political collateral. Okay, hero, planes. Oh, hey! Yes! Back to back, buddy! A foil Clive. So, I'm happy here. I'm really happy here. Dion, Bahamut's dominant. A borderless summon anima. Another copy of Fang, Fearless Lassie. You know, I was just digging through my collection to see if I had one, because my friend got the other half. Sid, Timeless Artificer. Each iteration of Sid... What's funny about Sid is any number of cards. A deck can have any number of cards named Sid, Timeless Artificer. Sid also comes with different arts based on which iteration. Crystal's Chosen. Create 4 1/1 colorless heroes you control. Put a 1/1 on each creature you control. 7 CMC, but... Okay, Cloud of Darkness. Magic Pot. Another You're Not Alone. Another Roof Turret. Namazu Trader. Balam T-Rexor. And Warrior Sword. I'll have to sort these later, but... It's kind of funny to me that I just looked through my collection for one because my friend asked if I had the other half. Then he thought it would make more impact if he sent me the back half of the card, Ragnarok. Because Vanille gets the top half of the meld and the ability to trigger it. Oh. Another art card. God, I wish my phone weren't being a dick right now. I really do. Because this fuzzy is getting to me. Tataru Taru. Artist Livia Prima. Baron, Airship Kingdom. Adventurer's Airship, foil this time. Orphan, Cocoon Falsey, which is a showcase card using Muldrotha the Gravetide. Golbez, Crystal Collector. There's one of the other crystals I didn't have. Or wait. I know I had 2 of the crystals. I might have actually had wind. I don't think I had the earth crystal, though. I'll have to look later. But earth crystal is so wild. Green spells you control cost 1 less to cast. If 1 or more 1/1s would be put on a creature you control, twice it are put on it instead. Another Travel the Overworld. another Rydia, Summoner of Mists, another Zac Fair, another Blitzball, another Kikirin Merchant, another Cloudbound Moogle, another Gizal Greens, another Red Mage's Rapier, and another cornered by Black Mages. And yes, I'm going to be saying another a lot too, because I bought a box over the summer as a birthday gift for myself. Even cracked it open on my birthday for good measure. Okay, and we have a hero token, a forest, a foil Chocobo Kick, Vaughn, Aspiring Sky Pirate, Summon, Guardian Force Cerberus. Oh, what you do? Surveil 1 with your lore 1. Double. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it. Triple. Copy it twice. What the hell? What the hell is that? Shantoto, Tactician Magician. Elixir. Summon, Primal Garuda. Another Fight On. Another Aerith Rescue Mission. More Dreams of Laguna. Another Galacat. Another Cornered by Dark Mages. Another Town Greeter. And another Red Mage's Rapier. Okay, we are about halfway through the box. Maybe a little further than that. Or no, we're about 2/3 of the way through. Wait. Not much left to go. Another hero. An island. Foil. One of the foil and borderless ones. A foil Colosseum Behemoth. Come on. Oh, Barts and Boko. Hey, you want to be an aggro bird? That's just such a ridiculous effect. Side quest, Hunt the Mark. Reach the Horizon. Oh, that's a nice effect. Sleep Magic. Choco Comet. Magic Pot. Precious Wanderings. Aerith Rescue Mission. Kikirin Merchant. Another Fat Chocobo. Sabotender. Namasu Trader. Gonna have to make another pile because they're starting to pile a little higher than I'd like. Yeah, there is around 9 or so left. Another hero token. Windurst Federation Center. Foil Dragoon's Lance. Machinist's Arsenal. Job select. Equipped creature gets 2/2 for each artifact you control and is an artificer in addition to its other types. That explains why it's a 5-drop. Holy shit. Side quest, Hunt the Mark. When it enters, destroy up to 1 target creature. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under an opponent's control this turn, create a treasure. Then if you control 3 or more, transform this enchantment into Yuzmat. Ultimate Mark. Then tap 1 and tap black. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Gains indestructible until end of turn, but tap it. Graha Tia. Ignis Scientia. I've come up with a new recipe. They had to immortalize one of his most famous lines as an effect. Exile target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, create a food token. The cost is the same as his summoning cost and tapping him. When he enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. Queen Braun. More Instant Ramen. Adventurer's Inn. Combat Tutorial. White Mage's Staff. Balam T-Rexor, Blazing Bomb, and Hectize. Blazing Bomb is funny because of how it interacts with, because of how you can kind of be cheeky with it and Joshua. Because the third saga effect, the chapter 3 effect of Phoenix, before it reverts into Joshua, is to just grab any number of creatures with a CMC of 6 total and just put them back on the board. Oh, another art card. Sage's Newliths. God, I wish my phone didn't choose now of all times to be a jackass. Insomnia, Crown City. A foil Thunder Magic. I felt that card sticking behind you. Ninja's Blades. Gets 1/1. And wow. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. That player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. Crystal Fragments, Adalbert Steiner, Evil Reawakened, Gladiolus Amicidia. I don't think he's popular in landfall decks, but I could see if he would be. Just because he instantly triggers his effect. When he enters, search for a land card. Put it on the field tapped and shuffle. And then when a land you control enters, another target you control gets 2/2 and trample until end of turn. Another Iron Giant, Paladin's Arms, Ice Magic, Galecat, Gigantod, Warrior Sword, Black Mage's Rod. Man, I sure am getting a lot of equipment, which is fine. I was considering trying to build a goofy Firion deck. I mean, the Wild Rose Warrior is a funny man. And in this one we have another hero token, another Windurst, Queen Brane but in foil, Jekt, Reluctant Guardian. Okay, there's a card stuck to his back. Legendary creature, Human Warrior, Menace. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you may exile it, then return it to the battlefield, transformed under its owner's control. Braska's Final Eon. Jekt Beam. Each opponent discards a card and you draw a card. Ultimate Jekt Shot. Each opponent sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. Menace. So I think the interesting part about all the dominants is that their saga ability always ends in them reverting back to the regular card, re-triggering their enter the battlefield effects. Minwu, White Mage, Vigilance, Lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 on each cleric you control. What the hell is that? I mean, sure, this is a 5 CMC that's only 3/3, but you pair it with a card like the Wind Crystal, which doubles your life gain. Emperor of Palamecia, legendary creature, human noble wizard. Tap, add blue or red, spend it only to cast a non-creature. And he's only 2, 1 blue, 1 red. Whenever you cast a non-creature, if at least 4 mana was spent, put a 1/1. Then if it has 3 or more 1/1s, transform it. Lord Master of Hell. Starfall, whenever he attacks, deal X damage to the opponent, where X is the number of non-creature, non-lands in your graveyard. So, basically every artifact, instant, and sorcery. Another Stolen Uniform. Opera Love Song. Oh look, Diamond Weapon! Everyone's favorite card. Prisha's Wanderings. Sahagin. Weapons Vendor, Black Mage's Rod. Another Fat Chocobro. Mysidian Elder. I think Kerplunk is just a funny saga ability, because it's like, yes, this Fat Chocobo is going to let your entire team run right over everything. Okay. Now then, up another art card, guys. Nibelheim Aflame. Okay, but that is awesome, and that actually has the signature on it too. Like that is amazing. It's just a shame my phone isn't doing high quality right now. And then an island, a foil Vincent's Limit Break, Stiltskin Moogle Merchant. Felt like there was a card on his ass for a moment. Eden, Seat of the Sanctum. I'll be taking haul picks later. Elixir, Rydia's Return. Oh god. Self-Destruct. Hill, Gigas, which trample, haste, and mountain cycling, just in case you don't feel like using a 6 CMC red. That's fair. I actually have a few signature cards. I actually have like 2 signature cards from the last box too. I know I set aside my art cards for a reason. Syncopate. God, I've gotten so many of those. White Auracite, Airship Crash, Thunder Magic, another Resentful Revelation. I think Syncopate and Resentful Rev are the 2 non-permanents that I have gotten the most of. And my City Elder is definitely up there in contention for being one of the permanents I've got the most of. Like, without a doubt. Beyond a shadow. Let's see. Hero. Gongaga Reactor Town. Burb! Choco, Seeker of Paradise. 1 green, white, blue. Whenever one or more birds you control attack, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may put one of them into your hand. Then put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest into your grave. Landfall! Whenever a land you control enters, Choco gets 1/0 until end of turn. Sin, Spira's Punishment. Legendary creature, Leviathan Avatar. 4 black, green, blue, 7/7. Flying. Whenever he enters or attacks, exile a permanent from your graveyard at random. Create a tapped token that's a copy of that card. If the exiled card is a land card, repeat this process. What the fuck is that bullshit? Exdeath, Void Warlock. 1 black, green. Legendary creature, Spirit Warlock. When it enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 6 or more permanents in your graveyard, transform. And he evolves from a 3/3 into a... Okay. Legendary creature, Spirit Avatar. Neo Exdeath, Dimension's End. Trample. His power is equal to the number of permanents in your graveyard. Oh, that's some bullshit. That is some dangerous bullshit. Circle of Power. Draw 2, lose 2. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Create an 0/1 black wizard with... And then wizards you control get 1/0 and lifelink until end of turn. Delivery Moogle. Omega, Heartless Evolution. Wave Cannon, when it enters, for each opponent, tap up to 1 target non-land they control. Put X stun counters and on each, where you gain X life, where X is the number of non-basic lands you control. Hey, wanna just stun the shit out of someone's aces? Monk's Fist, Laporit Scout, Ice Magic, Curl, Sephiroth's Intervention, Airship Crash, and Blazing Bomb. You know, Airship Crash can actually just ass blast Frick. Absolute Virtue right off the bat. Just because it's a creature with flying. It can just go, yeah, nope. For 3 mana, being able to blow up something that can do that, something that grants you protection from opponents, is amazing. Okay, and the top of this is a hero, an Insomnia, Crown City, a foil Kikiran Merchant, Garnet Till Alexandros the 17th, legendary creature, Human Artificer. It is a showcase using Loran of the Third Path. Vigilance, when it enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Tap, you and target opponent each draw a card. Summon, Titan. Saga effects are Mill 5. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Until end of turn, target creature you controls gets trample and gets XX, where X is the number of lands you control. Yeah. Poo Poo UFO. Tonberry. Titus, Blitzball Star. Hey, Torgal! A fine hound. Wait. Oh, my heart. That flavor text. Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up. Adventurer's Airship. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Slash of Light. Gubu Gardener. Summon GF Ifrit. Undercity Diorat. So, the reason why that particular one is so sad is it comes from one of the last side quests you can even do in 16. It is from the very end of the phase of the game. And that's what makes it sad. Okay. Hero. Another full mountain. Foil Shinra reinforcements. Esper Origins. Surveil 2, you gain 2. If this was cast from a graveyard, exile, put it onto the battlefield transformed under its owner's control with finality counter on it. And that's because it becomes Esper Maduin. Sacrifice after 3. Reveal top card of your library. If it's a permanent, add it to your hand. Add 2 green to your mana pool. Other creatures you control get 2/2 and gain trample until end of turn. Another Ring of the Lucii. Rufus Shinra. Whenever he attacks, if you don't control a creature named Darkstar, create Darkstar, a legendary 2/2 white and black dog creature token. Another Torgal. Sorceress's Schemes. Adventures in. Leporiot Scout. Combat Tutorial. Chocomog. Down Greeter. Haste Magic. And Cornered by Black Mages. Well, we're almost done. We're almost done. There are 3 boosters left. I am happy. I got the last of the Dominants. There are showcase cards using the other Dominants, but they're showcase cards. Another hero token. Charlion. Oh hey! I got Vanille. In foil. So I have the paired set. Vanadil Adventurers. And this is a showcase using Laboratory Maniac. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. Okay, that's just funny though. Clive's Hideaway. Hideaway 4. When it enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, put the rest on the bottom in a random order. 2. Tap to add a colorless, or for 2 and tapping, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost if you control 4 or more legendary creatures. It's a card that definitely would be less out of place in a deck using, honestly, a lot of the 16 cards. Barrett Wallace. Reach. Whenever he attacks, deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending player. What the fuck? It isn't like he didn't come out with one of the most equip spam happy sets ever, right? The Final Days. Cargo Ship. Flying in Vigilance. Tap. Add colorless. Spend it only to cast an artifact or activate an ability of an artifact source. Crew. 1. Crossroads Village. Hail Gigas. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Summon Chocomog. Malboro. Kubu Gardener. Thunder Magic. Okay, real talk, it'd be funny if I got a foil copy of Fang out of one of these, though, not gonna lie. Just get the paired set. Oh, another art card. Ishtola. Knights Blessed. God, I wish my phone weren't being a dick right now. You have no idea. Let's see. Rabanastre, Royal City. Poo Poo UFO. Up. Hey, look! Another middle finger. The Darkness Crystal. Black spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile it, and you gain 2 life. And then for 6 mana and tap, put target creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield tapped under your control with 2 additional 1/1s on it. Side quest, card collection. Overkill. Literally the most hilarious removal option, but only if it's not like one of those 5 million Coat of Arms spam decks. Chocobo Racetrack. Chocobro. Ether. Not a bad card, honestly. Laughing Mad. Monk's Fist. Ice Flan. Curl. Blitzball Shot. Mycelian Elder. Shinra Reinforcements. You know, I think the Fire Crystal was one of the ones I didn't have. I'll have to look. Okay, last pack. It'd be hilarious as shit if I got another crystal out of this. I think I actually had the Wind and the Darkness Crystal, come to think of it. And we have a hero, a foil copy of both Insomnia and Magic Pot, a Promise Fulfilled, Spectacle, exile top 2 cards of your library until end of next turn. You may play those cards, which is a showcase of Light Up the Stage. Aerith Gainsborough. Lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1. When she dies, put X11 on each legendary, where X is the number of 1/1s on Aerith. Oof. Restoration. Another Reno and Rude. Ultros Obnoxious Octopus. Phyton. Scorpion Sentinel. Slash of Light. Sage's New Lists. Blitzball Shot. Blazing Bomb. And Undercity Dire-Rat. Lord Almighty, this is quite the haul. I am definitely going to be sifting through these off stream and sorting out some of the legendaries, because I can't leave something like Absolute Virtue in with all the random cards, you know? Anyways, thanks for hanging by. I'll probably wind up chucking this on YouTube later. Have a great day.